The Menils were very bold and really visionary as collectors. One of the things she said to Piano was to create a museum that was big inside and small outside. That sounds like a paradox, but on the one hand, really a museum that is big mentally and intellectually and spiritually in a way. And on the other hand, a museum that integrates and fits well into a very special neighborhood, which is this oasis of bungalows in Houston. What I do love is sort of the space before you even enter the museum, this portico thing, because it responds to the porches of the bungalows, which have a similar kind of function. One of the qualities this museum has, this building has, it elevates the art. It really presents it in the best possible way. And that's really a masterpiece in terms of architectural achievement. This breadth of dialogue that goes through the collection. I mean, you have Andy Warhol, some of the very best works, and then you have civil rights photography. And all these different pieces and periods and all these different works of art really talk with one another, but in a very beautiful way. And the building, of course, and the design and the materials help that dialogue very much. So I think even technically, it's a real invention. It's a very sophisticated piece of architecture. He created, with Peter Rice, they engineered these louvers, 40 feet long pieces of ferro cement, actually very heavy. It's a very heavy material, which is another paradox because the impression of it's very light, it's very almost weightless. They're very elegant. This form is just beautiful in itself. The louvers or leaves, they called them leaves, disseminate the light and sort of absorb it and bounce it back. This atmosphere of daylight is a very important feature of the building, and I think it makes it kind of like an organism. It brings it to life, really, and it does an enormous service to art. A place where you feel that there's a cloud, or it's raining outside, or it's morning or evening or noon. So you have this sort of sense of time, even when you're inside. And I think that's extremely important for the experience of art. It is kind of a holistic experience. It's not just a great piece of architecture, it's also kind of an urban oasis where people can come together and use a building that is a very beautiful museum, but it's also a beautiful gathering place for even people who are not interested in art at all, but who use the parks and use this building as just a beautiful place to be.